Stiffe Mini-Knopf, Stiffe Mini-Knopf, Stiffe Mini-Knopf. Genau, genau, genau. Stiffe Mini-Knopf, Stiffe Mini-Knopf, Stiffe Mini-Knopf.
What's up? Today we're going to place the screen on a LG G2. This is the Verizon version, which is a VS980. You're going to start by powering down your device. Remove the SIM card and SIM tray here on the side. Don't lose it. Okay. Back side is going to come off by a little bit of prying. I'm going to tell you, this phone has been opened once already, so a lot of stuff that goes fairly easy for me might be a little bit harder for you, but just I'll tell you when, how, and what, and who, and where. I'm going to go ahead and just, I'll use some plastic, which is what is recommended. I'll use my favorite little tool here. There we go. The backside just pops off like and before you do all this, make sure your device is powered down, which is come on. You know you want to go. It's kind of, you just got to find where the clips are. There we go. It's the back end. And then we'll move to the top here. A lot of stuff is just glued in. This back is not, it's clipped in, but on the inside a lot of stuff is just glued in. Being held in place by just a little bit of tape. Fairly simple stuff. It looks a little bit more challenging than it really is. Backside, put it to the side. Okay, now we're going to remove a bunch of Phillips head screws. Start with the top ones here. This plastic cover is 2 pieces. Screws are the same except for this one little black one that goes there. Remember that, so you don't get confused later. See this already. Okay, this piece is going to just come up. Oh, wait, we forget the black screw. Nice. Nice, Timmy. Okay. Gently pry this. If you're forcing it, you're doing something wrong. It should just kind of click open. Right there. Go on the top here. Come on. Know you want to go. See? You just got to be in the right spot for the right. Okay. Put this stuff to the side. Now we're going to remove the bottom here. It's just a couple of screws. That's all the screws. Okay, now the bottom piece is also it's the loudspeaker. So I like to pry it up a little bit like that. You go in here. Don't stick something in there too deep because you might nick stuff that's down here and you don't want that. Okay. Now we're going to remove a couple of connectors. There's the camera. Comes off like that. And then this is the screen. I know that it's the screen because this is the new screen. It's an LCD digitizer, glass, all combined. So that one comes off like so. This needs to go loose. This is going to stay. Okay, there we go. Then we're going to undo this antenna type connector and this black one right here. It's a bit tricky. Don't pry it too hard. Just be gentle with it. So you don't want to rip the connector out the board. That's a whole different beast. Kind of lift it straight maybe. There it is. That's undone. Okay, now the motherboard should... Okay, you're going to remove the board here, these two flex cables, and the back side. And this is where you guys are going to have a little bit more trouble than me, because I opened it up once already. You loosen these pieces of tape, you just pull them back. Like so. Make sure that this is uncovered. Same thing on this side. Like so. Now let's see, where's that board? It comes up here. Did I forget anything? Yeah, here, battery connector, I forgot. That's the battery. We're going to leave the battery in just because it's a pain to take out. I learned from some previous models that you can just leave it. Okay. Now this is glued down. Again, for me, it comes off fairly easy because I already did it. But just make sure it doesn't hook on anything. Oh, we got this little side piece here. This little two copper connectors. Needs to come loose because it's attached and it's glued down too. So you get that up. That's that. Come on. Okay. With it up like this, let's remove the white one and the black one. It's actually the same cable you loosened at the top. Follow like that so they're not in the way. Then we're going to take out this one. The connector here. Connector here. And this piece, for me, it's already folded up a little bit. It should be glued down on your Virgin phone. Like so. That out of the way. Okay, then what I like to do is just take my screwdriver, gently, don't pry it in here, just stick it in here and pull a little bit on your headset jack, like so. And I noticed it was pretty tight. Oh, another little thing, the microphone with the rubber. Pops out like that. Don't lose the rubber. Make sure you don't pull it because it'll tear and you have a problem. I noticed that it was glued down pretty tight. So I started prying on that headset jack. Like so, and then I went in on this side with a little flat prying tool. Just gentle. You don't want to bend it too much. See, for me, it's coming up easier. You'll have a little bit of a harder time with it. But just take your time on it. Don't rush it. It's not a race. Where are you attached? Okay, this one is attached. There it is. Again, mine came up once already and it's still glued on pretty tight, so take your time, gently pry, don't rip anything. It's gonna be okay. There we go. That's your phone. Put it to the side, don't damage it. Okay, and there's this little piece. For me, it's a little crumpled up already. Take it off. Little piece of tape. Try to save it. Seems to be double-sided. You kind of just stick it on, like right. Okay, well, I'm just going to take it off. Let's not forget to put it back. Then, you see, this is a little piece of plastic that holds the microphone in place. Gently pry up on it. Maybe flathead screwdriver here. There we go. And let's see if this comes up. Yes, it does. That's attached to the screen. As you can see here, it's these two and this one right here. And up top, all that's really coming out is this one. So it's a little piece of rubber here. And I gotta see. It's glued in. You want to take it out. That'll make it easier to get this flex cable out. Okay, now we're going to use some heat and see how this screen actually comes out of place. Just a heat gun on low. I don't like to overheat it, especially the battery is still in there. You don't want to get it where you can't touch it anymore. Okay. Well, let's see. The corner. Coming out nicely, I think. Oh yeah. go under the LCD. Look at that. Okay. We're going to kind of skip this broken corner. Go next to it. Try to go under the LCD again. There it is. See if we can break some of this glue. Look at that. Top's out. And the bottom comes in 2 pieces, so let's see if we can look at that. Now, this is old glue you want to take off. That comes off nicely when it's still a little bit warm. Look at that. Like I've been doing nothing else forever. Almost. Old screen, new screen. I think that's gonna be good, guys. Okay. Okay, the glue is off. Now we're gonna put some new glue. Make sure to not cover any of these holes and proximity sensors and all that fun stuff. So I use some, well, let's go with some 3mm double-sided 3M tape. Try to cover as much as you can. Obviously don't cover the camera. Okay, and I'm going to move on. I have some 2mm also. If you don't have that, just try to cut some pieces. Take your time on it. You know, it's not, again, it's not a race. You want it to be right the first time. Any phone, no matter what it is, it doesn't get better from you taking it apart, you know. So make sure you do it right the first time. Then you're happy, you know. Goes. Okay. And then to finish it off, I have some actual 1mm, which I like to put on these edges here. So what I've noticed on these LGs is if you just doesn't quite fit. Oh, wait a second here. What's going on? Pull that off. If you put the tape here too wide, it just doesn't want to go down. And then when you feel on the edge, once the screen is on, you feel on the edge, you can feel the edge of the screen, which is something you don't want. You're going to put a case around it, it works, but you know, let's try it again now. I'm having some fun with the tape here. There we go. Now, right here, that's where the camera is. I like to put at least one little stripe of 1mm here, so you don't get. Well, actually, 2mm might fit. Yeah, let's put some 2mm, so you don't get any dust falling into your camera, which is it's the front-facing camera. So I don't know if you're going to use it a lot, but let's get it right so you don't have any issues later. There we go. I'm going to put some here at the bottom. Yeah, why not? This corner's going. Okay, that's good. Now we're going to peel off the cover here. Gotta be gentle with this little stuff. Okay, there it is. Okay, time for the new screen. That out of the way. Okay, this side, this cover has a little plastic cover on this end. So I'm going to take that off. There we go, that's looking good. Okay. Top, this one goes through this hole. This goes through this slot. This one needs to go through that little hole. So let's see what we got here. Let's put it on like I took it off top first. So we'll start with the bottom first, like so. Be gentle with this. Again, it's no race. Look at that. Before I squeeze it, let me see if this bottom is going to work out nicely. See, there's little holes in the little flex, and then underneath, I don't know how good guys can see this, but there's these two little metal nubbies. These holes need to line up with the nubbies. Let's see, once it goes down, is it going to line up? I don't know. Let's see. Is it going to line up? Get a little plastic going here. Look at that. One nubby. Oh yeah. Seems like a nice fit. Look at that. You can feel it going into the frame. That's what you want. See, the edge is nice and flush. Alrighty then. Okay, that's that. Let's reassemble here. Uh-oh. See what I did? Make sure that doesn't happen to you. The piece that I pulled off the top on the inside of the screen got stuck in my tape. Okay. Reassembly. Sure you don't have any glass laying here, so if you put your new screen down you get a bunch of scratches. That would suck. Okay, make sure this one is down nice and tight on those nubbies. There was a piece of glue there that's holding it down. Okay, that's good. Now what are we gonna do? Okay, let's see. Is it easier for me to put this piece of plastic? Because when I took it apart the first time, the hardest time I had with getting this little rubber piece back on here and then getting this to go in place. So maybe it goes easier if I just put it on now. It seems so. Okay, put this piece back together. The rubber goes on the microphone. The hole in the rubber is not in the center, so make sure the hole of the rubber and the hole in the microphone line up. We're going to get the phone like so. And it goes like that. Like that. And this plastic goes in place. There we go. Now we're cooking. See? Learn something right here. Make sure this cable is out of the way. See, we got to make sure that these two need to go in between this and this. So push them a little bit so they get behind. Okay, there we go. Look at that. It kind of wants to go down in place. So now we can put this down. Okay. Bam. And right away I see something I forget. You see this piece that now got stuck to it? We got to put that back in the top before we put the board down. It goes like this. This microphone, it's probably the noise cancelling microphone. Picks up sound to drown out, I guess. Or it's for when you're on speakerphone. I don't quite know. I know it's a microphone. Sits in that. That's what I know about it. So I'm putting it the wrong way around. I'm putting it the wrong way around, guys. Look at that. Sorry for my big head in the way. It goes like this. Sorry for that edit. The phone was ringing. Where were we? Okay. We have, we put back that rubber. Make sure that, oh, thingy popped out. Nice. Okay. We're going to pull that one. Make sure that that piece of plastic that holds the microphone at the bottom here goes in place. Push it down a little. Come on. And we were doing so good. Really? Okay. I'm going to go again. Like that. Make sure that you get these two like there we go. Now let's get this one in place right away. Oh, you see? Make sure those are out of the way. Oh, 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 oh. See, I warned myself from it, and now we're making a mistake anyway. Sorry about that. Okay, the whole thing comes out again. Before you do anything, make sure this is down nice and tight. There's a piece of tape that I said, oh, make sure not to forget this. And what do? I forget it. It goes in this way, this way. Two holes right there, go over those little metal brackets. Look at that. Doesn't look so pretty, but you know, it's there for a reason. Make sure this is stuck. Okay, that's there. Okay, these out of the way. There we go again. Start by this little plastic. Make sure you weave it around that plug, and come on, try to keep my big head out of the way, but there it goes. That's on. Okay, now make sure that these two go on the inside of that. Hey, look at that. Okay, it looks pretty good to me. Push it. Let's see if we can just connect this one right away. Look at that. Plugs in nice. Fold this one down. It's actually, on the old screen, there's a little piece of blue tape. let's get that off in a minute. Now make sure you move this one out of the way. So I forgot that the first time I put it back together. And then this one needs to be out of the way. Okay, that's those two. And we got some stuff going on up top here. Camera plug folded like that. That right there. This one is out of the way already. Now gently. Oh, battery connector. All the plugs out of the way. Important, important, important. Look at that. Boom. Sits nice and flush right away. Plug the camera in. Battery. Just don't push any buttons, okay? I'll leave the battery unhooked for a little bit. Okay, this little indication light. Pick it up here. What do we got here? Front-facing camera. Plugged in. This little indication light or whatever it is. Plug this in. Really? There it is. That's that. Make sure the camera's plugged in right. Okay, this one shuts down there. There was something on that old screen. Let's take a look. Okay, now that's on this one too. Okay. Plug that in right there. Let's plug that battery in. It should hold on the board a little bit better. Okay, make sure all those plugs are plugged in. It's a pain to have to open it again. Okay, now we're going to put this black one. Back on there. These are a little bit of a pain. They're the barrel connectors. You can feel. Don't push too hard when it's crooked, because it deforms it. I always, in every video, I warn for that, because it's a pain in the ass to have to replace them. Okay, that one. There we go. Make sure you're on. Push, click. It kind of, you can feel it click in place. Okay, at the bottom. Let's see what we're looking at here with the old screen. I'm going to pull this piece of tape off. Put the piece of tape back on this. Piece here, why not? There we go. Sticks nicely. He says, and it comes off. Okay. Plug in this long plug here. A little bit sausage fingers, so sometimes you can't see. Sometimes, okay, that's plugged in right. Okay, now this black one. This black one here. Yep. Those barrels are all like antenna related, so make sure they're plugged in right, because it really sucks if, oh, my phone doesn't connect to Wi-Fi, oh, I can't get 4G. There we go. Sits there nicely. Get these pieces of tape. I should have paid attention to them a little bit, which I didn't. But I'll get them like that. Look. This one, same thing. It has a little nubby here and a little hole. Make sure that lines up before you push it down. Okay. Let's put this bottom piece in first. Like so. Let's move the old screen. Kind of it's not going to click. Okay, there we go. Let's put these shiny screws back in here. Two, three, check if it's all lining up straight. If you can see that the microphone is all crooked, charging port, headset jack, if something doesn't look right, fix it now so you don't have to reopen it. You know, that's just saves yourself some time and effort a little bit down the road. Okay. Okay, all these screws should be the same. Okay, this one goes here. There we go. That's nice. Okay, now the top part. It should click in a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Okay. There it is. Okay, let's start with that little black screw. Goes right there. Okay, and then we get the rest. It's going to go around here. One, two, three, four, and I know there's some here. Five, and I know, and I don't want to shut underneath my little. Oh, there it is. That's how it always goes. Make sure to keep good track of yours. I got. Okay. Closed up nicely. Now you should be able to put your SIM card back in. Make sure you put it the right way around. Like so, and now you should actually be able to power it on. Okay, the phone powers on, screen comes on. So that's half the battle right there. Let's pop this backside on. Backside is an antenna. So without the back you might not have the greatest reception. Let's see. What's going on with that? Don't have the code to this phone, but let's see. Emergency dialer. Look at that. It's working pretty good. Home is the code. Okay, let's lock that up. Now I'm having a little bump here, so let's see what that is. That side. And that's where the little bump was. This little hook. That hook's in right. Let me say it right. Here. So what probably happened is it got bent out of shape a little bit. Let's bend it back just a little bit. That can happen with these plastic click connectors. Don't push too hard. Okay, push it back a little bit. Let's see what happens now when I plug it in. And let's start putting it from this side. Hoppa, that clicks in nicely. You know, trial and error, that's how it goes. Just be gentle with everything, play nice with it. If you gotta push, pull, yank too hard, you're doing it wrong. Somebody put it together, you can take it apart and put it back together, just be nice to it. Okay, let me see the screen one more time. Emergency call. Emergency dialer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like it. Home. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment or go to my website sdcellphonerepair.com and get my phone number or fill out the contact us section. Send me a message. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate that. All your parts and tools are available at sdcellphonerepair.com. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. Until the next one.